Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into something that hits us all at some point: rejection. It stings, it hurts, and sometimes it feels like the end of the world. You've been passed over, left behind, maybe even outright abandoned. But what if I told you that this perceived setback could be the fuel for your greatest comeback? What if, instead of wallowing, you could turn that rejection into a raging fire of motivation? In this video, we're not just going to talk about dealing with rejection. We're going to talk about using it as a weapon to build an unstoppable force of success. This video is structured into 7 powerful chapters. First, we'll acknowledge the sting of rejection in Chapter 1. We'll delve into the emotional roller coaster and why it's okay to feel down. Next, Chapter 2 is about the mindset shift. We'll discuss how to reframe rejection as redirection, not failure. Chapter 3 will focus on leveraging rejection as motivation, how to use it to fuel your drive. In Chapter 4, we'll explore identifying your unique strengths. This is where you discover what makes you stand out. Chapter 5 is all about strategic action, turning that motivation into a plan of action. We'll delve into making concrete moves. Chapter 6 will show you how to build unwavering self-belief. Here, we're talking about nurturing an inner voice that cannot be silenced. Finally, Chapter 7 is about embracing your journey. We'll cover how to see your growth, celebrate your wins, and use them as fuel. Before we dive in, I want to make it clear that we'll be making some very important conclusions at the end. Chapter 1, the sting of rejection. It's okay to feel it. The initial impact of being rejected is undeniable. It's a punch to the gut. Whether it's a job you were hoping for, a relationship that didn't work out, or a project that fell through, that feeling of being unwanted is incredibly painful. It can manifest as a deep sadness, a sharp anger, or even a paralyzing fear. Social media feeds, like those on Instagram and TikTok, often amplify these feelings, showing us everyone else's apparent successes while we're in our own perceived failure. This can lead to feelings of inadequacy and make the sting of rejection even sharper. The first step is acknowledging these emotions. Don't try to suppress them or pretend you're not hurting. It's essential to allow yourself the space to feel it. This isn't about dwelling in negativity, but about acknowledging the reality of the situation. Research from psychologists at institutions such as Yale have shown that emotional avoidance actually prolongs negative feelings, while allowing yourself to feel can help you process more efficiently. It's important to recognize that rejection isn't a personal reflection of your worth. It's not a universal sign that you're not good enough or not deserving. Rejection is part of the human experience, a universal truth that no one, not even the most successful people you admire on platforms like LinkedIn, is immune to. They faced rejection just like you. It's essential to remember that the path to success is rarely a straight line. It is almost always peppered with detours, bumps, and yes, rejections. Even the most admired influencers and entrepreneurs whose lives seem curated to perfection on platforms like YouTube have their share of struggles. We often only see the highlight reels, not the behind-the-scenes moments of doubt and perseverance. Accepting the initial pain as a normal part of the process is crucial for moving forward. It's like allowing a wound to breathe so it can heal rather than ignoring it and letting it fester. Remember, your feelings are valid. Chapter 2, the mindset shift. Rejection as redirection. Once you've acknowledged the hurt, the next step is to shift your mindset. Rejection should not be viewed as a full stop. It should be viewed as a detour. Think of it like this. You were trying to get somewhere, and the route you intended to take was blocked. Instead of giving up, you need to find a new path. That's what this detour is offering. Instead of asking, why me? Ask, what else? This can be hard, especially when you're caught in the emotional aftermath of rejection. but viewing it through a different lens can dramatically alter your perspective. This shift doesn't happen overnight. It's something that needs to be cultivated and grown, and it's a crucial part of personal growth. Studies in cognitive psychology, like those highlighted in books such as Mindset by Carol Dweck, emphasize the power of a growth mindset, viewing challenges as opportunities for growth rather than fixed roadblocks. Instead of allowing rejection to define you, let it redefine your approach. Ask yourself some hard questions. What can you learn from this experience? What could you have done differently? What hidden opportunities are now available to you? Maybe that job you didn't get was not the best fit for you. Perhaps that relationship that didn't work out was preventing you from connecting with the right person. Maybe that failed project taught you skills you wouldn't have learned otherwise. This isn't about finding excuses, it's about finding new possibilities. Perhaps a door closing is pushing you towards a more aligned path. Consider the story of many successful tech entrepreneurs who faced numerous funding rejections before striking gold, as detailed in tech news outlets like TechCrunch. It is through these setbacks that they have refined their pitches and ideas, ultimately leading to greater success. Rejection, viewed correctly, can be an incredibly powerful tool for self-improvement and ultimately help you get closer to your end goal. Chapter 3. Leverage rejection as motivation. Fuel your drive. Now that you've shifted your mindset, it's time to use that rejection as fuel. Think of it as a personal challenge. They said no? Okay, prove them wrong. Use that feeling of being overlooked and turn it into pure, unadulterated motivation. You're not just going to show them you're good enough. You're going to show them you're exceptional. This is about channeling that initial hurt and frustration into productivity and action. It's taking all of that energy you might have wasted on self-doubt and funneling it into something that will propel you forward. The key here is to not let that negativity overwhelm you. It needs to fuel you. Look at it as if you are playing a video game. That feeling of rejection is the extra life you needed to keep going. Don't think about how bad you feel. Think about how good you'll feel when you achieve what you set out to do despite the doubters. This isn't just about proving them wrong. It's about proving to yourself what you're capable of. It's about harnessing that drive that comes from being doubted and using it to your advantage. It's about proving to yourself that you are resilient and can come back stronger after every setback. Remember the stories of athletes who use early losses as a motivator to train harder and achieve even greater wins. Think of Michael Jordan, who was cut from his high school basketball team. That rejection didn't stop him. Instead, it ignited a fire in him. It fueled him to become one of the greatest basketball players of all time, consistently defying expectations and setting new records. His journey is a powerful testament to how rejection can be a potent source of motivation. This is your time to start something. Find something you're passionate about and get to work. Chapter 4. Identify your unique strengths. Discover what makes you stand out. When you're facing rejection, it's crucial to shift the focus back on yourself, your individual talents, and the unique skills that make you special. This is where you delve deep into introspection. What are you really good at? What are your passions? What makes you different from everyone else? Now is the time to stop comparing yourself to the people on your social feeds and really analyze yourself and your skill set. What's your superpower? It might be something obvious like creativity or problem solving. Or it could be something less obvious, like resilience, empathy, or a knack for organization. This discovery isn't always easy, but it's a powerful process. Your unique strength is that key thing that makes you stand out. It's the thing that allows you to deliver that unique value into the world. This exploration may even lead you to uncover hidden talents you never knew you had. Understanding your strengths isn't about bragging. It's about clarity and self-awareness. It's about understanding where you shine and where you can bring the most value. It's also about discovering how you can apply these strengths to your goals, allowing you to tailor your approach. It's about recognizing that the things you may have been told are weaknesses might actually be untapped potential. Perhaps your introverted nature allows for deeper focus. Perhaps your tendency to be analytical is actually perfect for solving complex problems. Research into personality typing, such as Myers-Briggs assessments, can offer valuable insights. You may also find a lot of success seeking feedback from others. Asking trusted friends and mentors what they see as your unique qualities can open your eyes to strengths you may not have recognized in yourself. Once you know what you're great at, you can start focusing on those qualities. The goal is to hone them and ultimately use them to your advantage. Chapter 5. Strategic Action. Turning motivation into a plan. Motivation without a plan is just a feeling. To turn that fuel of rejection into real, tangible results, you need strategic action. You need a plan. This means breaking down your big goals into smaller, more manageable steps. This is where you map out a clear route to success, similar to how a project manager outlines tasks in project management software like Asana or Trello. Start by defining your end goal. What do you ultimately want to achieve? Then, work backward, breaking that goal down into smaller milestones that you can work towards every day. If you want a promotion, for example, what skills do you need to develop? What projects do you need to complete? And what relationships do you need to build? Creating a detailed roadmap like this allows you to monitor progress and stay focused on your goal. This strategic action also involves making yourself accountable. Share your goals with a trusted friend, a mentor, or even an online community like Reddit forums dedicated to goal setting. They can provide encouragement and support, as well as help you stay on track. Additionally, it's helpful to set regular check-ins to measure your progress. What's working? What's not? What needs adjusting? The key here is to be flexible and adaptable. A strategic action isn't set in stone. It's a living document that changes as you learn and grow. You may need to adjust your course along the way, and that's okay. The important thing is that you keep moving forward, that you take action daily, and that you are continually striving towards your end goal. You may not see the big picture right now, but if you keep going, you will get to where you need to be. Chapter 6. Build unwavering self-belief. Nurture your inner voice. Rejection can be a huge blow to your self-confidence. That's why you need to build an unwavering sense of self-belief that cannot be shaken. This is about nurturing that internal voice that tells you that you can do this, regardless of what anyone else says. It's about learning to trust your instincts and your abilities. Self-belief isn't arrogance. It's a deep-seated confidence in your worth and your potential. It's about knowing that you are capable of achieving amazing things, even in the face of adversity. It's about having a positive inner dialogue that encourages you and supports you even when things get tough. This may be one of the hardest things you need to do, but it will be one of the most important. There will always be doubts and doubters. That's why you need this. Building this kind of self-belief requires intention and practice. It involves celebrating your wins, both big and small. It also involves learning from your mistakes and moving forward with even more determination. It's about replacing negative self-talk with positive affirmations. You need to become your biggest cheerleader. Think about the power of visualizing success and using positive affirmations to boost confidence, a technique often highlighted in self-help books and online communities dedicated to self-improvement. Creating a positive environment around you is key to nourishing this self-belief, as is surrounding yourself with people who believe in you and support your dreams. Your inner circle matters here. By building this self-belief, you create a foundation that will allow you to go further than you ever thought possible. Chapter 7. Embrace your journey. Celebrate your growth. Finally, the most important thing to understand in this entire process is that success isn't a destination, it's a journey. Rejection is just one of the many bumps you'll encounter along the way. The key is to embrace the entire experience, including all of its ups and downs. Each rejection, each obstacle, and each victory is part of your unique journey. It's crucial to recognize your growth, celebrate your wins, and learn from your setbacks. This isn't just about acknowledging the final goal. It's about appreciating each stage of development. Remember that self-belief you've spent so much time building. Well, now is the time to use it. See yourself succeeding, appreciate where you've come from, and recognize where you are going. The destination is not as important as the experience of getting there. Don't wait for that final moment of success to feel worthy of praise. Celebrate those small milestones and recognize the progress you've made along the way. Did you complete a challenging task? Did you gain a new skill? Did you just get out of bed that day? Acknowledge that. Each step forward, no matter how small it might seem, is evidence of growth and resilience. Take some time to reflect on your journey. Look at how far you've come. That person who felt the initial sting of rejection is now stronger, more resilient, and more determined. You are a different person, and you are on your way to achieve what you have always dreamed of. The experience of rejecting the negative thoughts and choosing positive action will continue to fuel you in the right direction. Remember, this is not a sprint, it's a marathon. Embrace the journey and know that you're exactly where you need to be, working towards everything you want. Conclusions. As we've explored in this video, rejection isn't a dead end. It's an opportunity for a powerful reset and a chance to redefine your success. The lessons that we have explored here are important. That first sting of rejection is never fun, but using it to fuel you is vital. From understanding the initial sting, shifting your mindset, leveraging rejection as motivation, identifying your unique strengths, strategizing, building self-belief, and embracing your journey, you have all the tools you need. Remember, you've got this. So take all that pain and turn it into something amazing. Go out there, achieve your dreams, and make everyone who ever rejected you see exactly what they were missing.